Have you ever sat across from someone you're interested in, trying to decode whether they feel the same way? Your mind races through every word, every gesture, searching for clues. You want to stay present in the moment. But that underlying question keeps surfacing. Is this connection mutual, or are you reading too much into friendly conversation? This uncertainty is more common than you might think. In our modern world of digital communication and carefully managed impressions, authentic human connection can feel increasingly difficult to navigate. We see polished versions of relationships everywhere, yet struggle to understand what's happening in our own interactions. But genuine interest does communicate itself. It not always through explicit statements, but through consistent patterns of behavior that reveal what someone truly feels. These aren't manipulation tactics or tricks to decode people. They're natural human responses that emerge when real attraction and connection exist. Understanding them can help you move forward with clarity or recognize when your energy might be better invested elsewhere. When someone feels drawn to you, their body and behavior naturally align with yours in subtle ways. This synchronization happens without conscious thought. You lean back in your chair, and moments later they do the same. You adjust your posture, they mirror the movement. You speak in a certain rhythm, and their cadence gradually matches yours. This mirroring stems from empathy and connection. When people feel that spark of interest, they subconsciously want to create harmony and rapport. Their mind is saying, I'm with you. I'm on your wavelength without them even realizing it. It's one of the most honest signals because it bypasses conscious control. The absence of this synchronization is equally telling. When connection isn't there, behaviors clash rather than align. You open up, they remain guarded. You lean in, they maintain distance. Your energy moves in one direction while theirs moves in another. That disconnection is valuable information, suggesting it may be time to recalibrate your approach or redirect your attention. What matters here is observation without overanalysis. Notice the patterns, but don't announce them. If you see this natural synchronization happening, it indicates comfort and genuine engagement. That's your signal to continue building the conversation authentically, allowing the connection to develop at its own pace. Eye contact reveals more than almost any other nonverbal behavior. Words can be carefully chosen, smiles can be polite, but the eyes consistently betray what someone truly feels. When genuine attraction exists, the quality of someone's gaze changes noticeably. Instead of brief, polite glances, their eyes linger. They hold your gaze just a beat longer than necessary. That extra moment contains meaning. A silent acknowledgement that transcends ordinary conversation. Even in group settings, you might notice their attention repeatedly returning to you as if pulled by an invisible thread. Watch how they look at you when you're speaking. If they're genuinely captivated, their focus intensifies. They're not just hearing your words, but fully absorbing your presence. Their pupils may dilate slightly, their expression softens, and their attention stays locked on you rather than drifting around the room. Conversely, disinterest shows itself clearly through the eyes, wandering attention, frequent glances at phones or surroundings, flat expressions that suggest they're simply waiting for the interaction to end. These signals, while sometimes uncomfortable to recognize, prevent you from investing energy where it won't be reciprocated. When you notice engaged eye contact, respond in kind. Meet their gaze, hold it comfortably, and allow brief moments of silence to exist between you. Attraction often builds in these pauses, in the tension of sustained connection. The confidence to maintain eye contact without nervousness or aggression signals self, assurance that naturally draws people in. It Physical proximity tells a powerful story about comfort and desire. When someone is genuinely interested, they naturally reduce the space between you. This isn't a conscious decision, but an instinctive response to wanting to be near someone who affects them. Notice the choices they make about positioning. In a room with multiple seating options, they choose the spot next to you. While walking together on a wide sidewalk, they gradually drift closer until you're side by side. During conversation, they lean in rather than back, physically demonstrating their engagement with what you're saying. These proximity choices matter because personal space is territory we guard carefully. We only invite people into our intimate space when we feel safe, comfortable, and drawn to them. When someone consistently positions themselves close to you, they're nonverbally communicating trust and interest. The opposite pattern reveals disinterest clearly, creating distance, placing objects between you, leaning away, keeping arms crossed as barriers. These behaviors indicate they're not feeling the connection. And pushing past them only creates discomfort for everyone involved. When someone invites you into their space, honor that moment by matching their pace. Don't rush forward or make sudden movements that might break the natural flow. Allow the closeness to develop organically, responding to their cues rather than imposing your own timeline. The human voice carries emotional information that goes far beyond the words being spoken. When someone feels attracted to you, subtle shifts in their vocal patterns emerge that they may not even notice themselves. Their tone might soften when addressing you specifically, even if moments earlier they were speaking louder with others. Their pace may slow down as if they want to extend the interaction. Sometimes their voice drops to a more intimate register, creating a sense of private conversation even in public spaces. Other times it rises with genuine enthusiasm that can't be manufactured. These vocal changes are instinctive responses to attraction. Research confirms that people unconsciously adjust their pitch and tone when speaking to someone they find appealing. It's not performance or manipulation, it's biology expressing itself through communication. Pay attention to how freely they laugh with you, how they playfully extend certain words, how their voice carries warmth that seems reserved specifically for your exchanges. These patterns indicate they're not just talking to you, they're emotionally engaged with you. When attraction isn't present, voices often flatten into polite but distant tones. Responses become brief, lacking the melodic quality that emerges with genuine interest. The difference is unmistakable once you learn to recognize it. If you notice these vocal shifts, respond by matching their energy level. Create space for the conversation to breathe. Allow laughter and pauses to exist naturally. These moments of vocal connection, when recognized and reciprocated, it can deepen rapport significantly. Touch is perhaps the most direct indicator of comfort and attraction. When someone is interested, they find natural, subtle reasons to create physical contact. These aren't aggressive or inappropriate gestures, but light, almost casual touches that bridge the physical gap between you. A hand briefly touching your arm during conversation, brushing something off your shoulder, playfully bumping into you while walking. These moments might seem insignificant, but they represent something important. The desire to experience connection through physical proximity. Humans are cautious about touch. We maintain boundaries with most people we encounter. When someone voluntarily crosses that boundary with you, especially repeatedly, it signals comfort and attraction. They're testing the waters, seeing how you respond, gradually building physical familiarity. Disinterest manifests as the opposite. Quick withdrawal when accidental contact occurs. stiffening rather than relaxing, creating physical barriers. These responses indicate they're not ready or interested in physical closeness, and respecting those boundaries is essential. When someone initiates touch, respond naturally, don't recoil or make it awkward by overreacting. Allow the moment to exist comfortably. If appropriate, you might reciprocate with similar casual touch. Always paying attention to their comfort level. The goal is mutual comfort, not pushing boundaries. Attraction often manifests as nervous energy. Despite what movies suggest, real attraction rarely looks polished and smooth. It frequently reveals itself through slightly awkward behaviors that emerge when someone feels something genuine. Playing with hair more than usual, fidgeting with jewelry or clothing. It's slightly stumbling over words despite normally being articulate, blushing unexpectedly, laughing at moments that aren't particularly funny. These behaviors indicate heightened emotional arousal, the kind that occurs when someone affects you more than most people do. This nervous energy emerges because emotion outpaces logic. When attraction exists, the body reacts before the conscious mind can regulate it. Heart rate increases, self-awareness intensifies, and normal composure becomes harder to maintain. It's not weakness or insecurity, it's honest human response to genuine feeling. Compare this to interactions lacking attraction. When someone feels nothing special, they remain perfectly calm and controlled. Their gestures stay measured, their words flow smoothly, their demeanor stays consistent. That excessive calmness, while comfortable, often indicates the absence of that electric quality that accompanies mutual attraction. If you notice nervous behaviors, respond with steadiness rather than teasing. Create safety through your own groundedness. The more calm and present you remain, the more comfortable they'll become, allowing the connection to deepen naturally. Understanding these patterns isn't about manipulation or deception. It's about recognizing honest human communication that happens beneath the surface of words. When you learn to read these signals accurately, you gain clarity, you stop wasting energy on connections that aren't mutual. You move forward confidently when genuine interest exists. You build relationships based on mutual attraction rather than wishful thinking. Most importantly, remember that these signals work both ways. If you want someone to recognize your interest, your own behavior will communicate it, whether you intend to or not. Authenticity always surfaces eventually. The goal isn't to fake attraction or force connection, but to recognize it when it genuinely exists and have the confidence to act on it. Real connection is reciprocal. It flows naturally in both directions. When you see these patterns consistently emerging from someone, and you find yourself naturally reciprocating them, that's when you know something genuine is developing. Trust those instincts, move forward with confidence, and allow authentic relationships to unfold at their own pace.